The most important form of technology I used over the course was Photoshop. One of the tools I had learnt to use on Photoshop was the magnetic lasso tool. First you had to get the image you wanted to edit onto the screen and then press the lasso tool. Then you had to start cutting the image whilst clicking the mouse down. This worked better as the definition was more clearer if the object or person contrasted with the background. You then cut and transfer the image onto the layer you wanted it on. I then used the eraser tool to neaten up the edges of my cutout to make it look less artificial and more defined. However, I found that a higher density eraser gave a more artificial look. So then I switched to a low density to give it a more blended edge to my cutout. I learnt how to use these tools by doing my secondary research. Another skill I had learnt was how to create dramatic effects with my typography. I used drop shadows on my contents page masthead to give it a more bold look. I then used a texture overlay to give the masthead a gold texture. This was to give a sense of gold jewellery which is worn by many R&B artists. I did this by double-clicking on the masthead and then selecting the texture and colour overlay I wanted. A website that was key throughout the course was WordPress. WordPress helped me to present all my work in an organised order to my teacher. I learnt how to attach images and then choose whether I wanted it as a draft or to post it into my category to be published for marking. The final website that I had learnt to use was Prezi. This was helpful as it gave me a creative way to present my work differently. I could choose different backgrounds to present my work on or just make a collage of pictures for my initial ideas. Overall, I progressed and have learnt a lot of skills over the period of this course.